Part 4. The conclusion. The Scribes and Pharisees, the official advocates of the law, were now made aware by their own conscience that whoever invoked the law of Moses on this woman, as they were legally entitled to do, must himself be without sin under that same law, because the very same law that would condemn this woman as a sinner would also condemn every other sinner, the Scribes and Pharisees included, by reason of their own sins. And the older they were, the more sins this would entail. And they were also made aware that the only way that they could survive this judgment would be to walk away and decline from invoking the law of Moses on this woman. And so they all walked away, one by one, beginning at the eldest. So everyone that was involved in the law side of the image was now gone, and Jesus was left alone with the woman. When Jesus lifted himself up and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? And she said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go, and sin no more. So, with judgment given, as demanded by the guardians of the law, and with the elements of the image now dispersed, the law could revert to the way it was when the finger of I Am wrote it and presented it to Moses, to await the day when all things will have been fulfilled, at which time the law of Moses will once again be altered by the finger of I Am. And the Son of God could also revert to being the man Jesus, to be crucified a few days later. This, I think, is more or less what happened on that day 2,000 years ago. If anyone can put together another version of what happened, I would like to hear it. But any attempt to do this must make use of every element of the story and make sense. If you are interested in these 4 videos, you might be interested to know that a transcript of their content is available from my website and may be copied for your own use. I am at the moment working on another program, an explanation of the parable of the Good Samaritan. This parable, on the first level, tells a moral story, which is what it's usually remembered for. But the parable also exists on a second level. It is on this second level that the lawyer's question is answered. But there are elements of this parable that reach up to the third level. And here is another example of the words of Matthew. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. The problem with the subject of the Good Samaritan is that there are hundreds of other videos bearing this same name, and so few people will ever find mine. If you want to hear what I have to say on this, you might want to subscribe or go to my home page in order to find it. But it will also be available from my website.